local music show with Tommy Gardner on Revolution Radio 96.1 FM.
You're listening to the local music show with me, Tommy Gardner, until 10 p.m. and joining me now in Studio One, live on Revolution and live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Samuel Gerard, welcome to Revolution Radio.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's great to have you here at Revolution, brand new radio station.
It's looking good.
For Northampton. And I've known you for a little while now.
You have, yeah.
Yeah, and you're a great singer, and it's always great to be doing live performances. How have you found the last couple of years with obviously what we've gone through and how it's affected you as a musician, perhaps?
Okay, right. So, for me, the last couple of years, obviously with lockdowns and stuff like that, it was actually that kind of got me back into music.
I see.
Because I neglected it through your 9 till 5 jobs and stuff like that. But I suppose it was one day during, I think it was like the first or second lockdown, that I was thinking, all right, there's only so much occupying my mind that Netflix can do. So I'm just going to, pick up the guitar, get creative again.
Yes.
Luckily, I had the time for that. And I also kind of invested in movie editing stuff. And I thought, okay, how else can I kind of get creative with myself and how I can kind of be of a benefit to others? So that's where it all sort of started again. Before lockdowns, I just worked for quite a few years. And then before work, I was in bands and playing drums for bands actually and stuff like that growing up.
That's interesting.
I did do some solo acoustic acts around Northampton, in like O'Neill's and places like that. But again, work happened. I wasn't as diligent as I thought I would be, so I put it off to the side. And then thank you to lockdown, it was the light in the tunnel that I went towards with music kind of thing.
Because I suppose with music, obviously we all have to work, but with being a singer-songwriter and gigging, that is also a big commitment in itself, which obviously isn't as financially rewarding when you're starting out doing things like that as a job. So the job has to come first. And I suppose it's a tricky balancing act. But I think lockdown was a good time for lots of people, wasn't it, to kind of go back to what they truly enjoy doing or have that creative time. Yeah,
exactly. I think it forced a lot of us to reflect inwards again, because obviously when the world's in a rush, we don't really have much time to do that. But lockdown, it was either that, reflect inwards and kind of get the gifts that we have inside back onto the outside, or it would walk around Tesco's for 3 hours pretending I'm still shopping.
Or Tiger King. My memory of lockdown one was Tiger King.
Oh, really?
Did you ever see that?
No.
It's quite good.
Okay. I'll remember that if ever we have another one.
So I noticed that you came into Studio One with a very nice guitar. We're gonna be chatting more, and I've got a quiz for you. But before then, how about we have a live performance?
Yeah, sure.
How does that sound?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right.
He's just reaching for his guitar.
Reaching for it.
And to anyone listening on Revolution Radio 96.1 FM, and you'd like to see the action as well as listen to it, head over to our Facebook page, Revolution Radio, and you can watch live from Studio 1 too. Sam, take it away.
Thank you. Plant a good sit down, make it your new home. Choose a good foundation, set the roots to grow. When the wind hit the trees and they begin to lean, you must know it in your heart and everything's no more. By the storms and the rain came down and the floods came up, and the man but sure didn't know his luck in his heart. He was home. Sometimes we rise, sometimes we fall. Open your eyes, make your place known. Nourishing your thoughts, oh, like water purify, because your thoughts determine feelings, oh, infecting one found light. When the wind hit the trees and they begin to lean, you must know it in your heart not to be deceived no more by the storms. And the rain came down and the floods came up, and the man but sure didn't know his luck in his heart. He was home. Sometimes we rise, sometimes we fall. Open your eyes, make your place known. Ooh. Sometimes we rise, oh, sometimes we fall. Open your eyes, make your place known.
Amazing. Foundation. I love that tune. We play that quite a lot actually on the show.
Cool.
So when you're writing a song, do ideas just come to you, or how does your songwriting process work?
Mine is always like melody first.
Right.
I'm really terrible. I've tried like doing sort of lyrics first, but I can't. I do a melody first, and then I end up kind of muttering random words over the top, and then I kind of let that sort of send me in the direction that I want it to.
Yes, yeah.
And then it makes the lyric writing a lot easier over the melody.
I see. Love that. It's always interesting to ask that question because we often find that actually it's different with lots of different artists. Now, I have a special quickfire quiz for you.
Sure.
10 questions.
Yep.
And I can confirm that your chosen topic by me is you.
Okay.
So the bonus about this is you can only get top marks. Technically, there isn't a wrong answer.
Yeah, this is true. So
that is in your favour.
Yeah.
So let's start. Question number 1. When you are not working, how do you like to spend your time?
When I'm not working, how do I like to spend my time? Other than scrolling and wasting a lot of time through Instagram. Probably, I'm really into fitness. So I'd like to go to the gym, work out, mainly focus on strength training. That's a big love of mine. A little incentive to sort of try and stay healthy without having to do healthy things, just lift.
That's good.
And I also like to write music actually. So listening to music, writing music, anything kind of creative. I like to make videos. As mentioned earlier, I quite enjoy editing and stuff, even if it's not really for a particular cause, just playing around.
Something to do,
That's really the main thing. And then obviously you've got to make time for Netflix and stuff like that, haven't you?
Tiger King.
So yeah, that's the guilty pleasure.
Love that. Question number 2. What is the first concert that you ever attended?
First concert I attended, first proper big concert was actually Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
Milton Keynes in the Bowl.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was amazing.
Amazing. Question number 3. What is your all-time favourite film?
All-time favourite film? You know what? Just because it's at the top of my head right now.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's between Shawshank Redemption and Interstellar.
Oh, both good films.
Yeah.
It's always tricky, actually. Things like that to pick one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really hard. And you'll probably go home later on and think, why didn't I say that?
So many good films in different ways.
Sticking with all-time favourites, what is your all-time favourite song?
All-time favourite song? Because this is one that changes a lot in time. The more and more. You know what, actually? I did love REM. I don't really listen to them that much anymore, but actually Imitation of Life by REM, that really hit me when I heard that for the first time, and I couldn't stop listening to their album. So I'm going to give it to REM, Imitation of Life.
Love that. Interesting. Question number 5. What is your first memory of music through your childhood?
First memory of music.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's basically just the good times being with your bandmates.
Of course.
In a band. Milton Keynes, 3 or 4 of us dressed up like Grebos. Just getting up to mischief and just loving music and being so with each other on the same understanding. It was just sort of synergistic, as they say.
Love that. That's something you find quite a lot, isn't it? With musicians, with singer-songwriters, people, or bands, especially bands more than ever. It brings people together. Music is something that brings people together.
It's like if you're sharing the thing you love, you enjoy it even more, especially when you're on the same wavelength.
Makes it a million times better. Question number 6. This is a good one. Actually, this is a good one in particular for you. If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would it be for? What would you be winning gold in?
Ooh, football.
Football.
It's got to be football.
Okay, love that.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing, so just to let you know, these questions are the same every week for our guests.
Sure.
So for me, it's really interesting because I've obviously heard everyone else's answers and they're all very different. So the idea is maybe towards Christmas, I'll select a question and we can put together a little montage of all the answers.
I like it.
You can compare it to your fellow musicians in the town. Yeah. Question number 7. This is a fun one.
All right.
If someone were to play you in a movie, who would it be?
This is actually very easy. Before I lost my hair, before I shaved it off, Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
I've been told actually we look very, very similar, especially when I
need to Google him.
Yeah.
After this, I'm going to Google him.
He was Wild Bill in The Green Mile.
I know who. Yeah.
Not the best version of him I'd like to be thought of, but yes.
Question number 8. Where is your happy place?
Where is my happy place? Oh man. I'll tell you what, I'm not really a morning person, so it depends on the time of day. If it's the morning, it's my bed.
Yes.
Right. If it's during the day or whatever, the happy place has to be like when I'm just in my element, playing music.
Yeah.
Just
That's nice. Love that. Question number 9. This is a deep one. All right. But good. What is the best piece of advice that you have ever been given, or what piece of advice would you give to someone? So just general life advice. Sheesh. Some wise words.
The best, right, okay. My wise words for anyone who needs them today would be seek to understand before being understood. And that was a chapter in a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it's basically a principle. I've always loved that. And I've always found when you remember that, it's basically listening before preparing a reply.
Yep.
And if you really try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, you end up getting them to understand you and getting what you want in the outcome as well. So
I love that. I think I'm starting to think now, as the weeks go on, maybe after a year or two with these words of advice and the wisdom.
You're going to be like Gandhi.
Yeah, we can make a book. Revolutions.
Literally, Revolutions Radio book of quotes.
Yeah. It could happen.
Good idea.
And finally, question
signed by Billy Lockett.
Lots of things to talk about in there.
Sure.
See what I did there?
You
do, yeah.
The single quote. There we go. I like that. Very good.
A great foundation. There's one for you.
Brilliant. Very quick.
Question number 10. Tell us something that we don't know about you. And I must remind you, we are live on the radio.
Yeah, sure.
And exclusive.
And it's not after 9. So, something you don't know about me.
And it can't be the story of us on our way back from the World Cup.
No, it cannot be that. Okay, right. I don't drink.
Okay.
So, no. I've had a cider and stuff like that and a wine, but I've never been drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Love that. Exclusive. You've heard it here first. Well, we're going to chat a little bit more about what's coming up. But before then, can we have one last performance?
You can indeed.
Amazing. Have you decided what you're going to sing?
Yes, I have, yes. And it's going to be called, this one's called, it's called London's Burning.
Okay.
But in a positive way. Right,
Amazing.
So here we go.
Take it away.
watch and watch the smoke as fingers start to burn. Acting before thinking in this world could hurt. Take my hand and we'll wash away the pain. The cold may sting, but the scarring fades. Oh, oh, oh. Wash away the pain. The cold may sting, but the scarring fades. Don't say you'll never change. The sun lives to shine another day. Take advantage of this pain you feel. The man is chipping for your own free. Burning, I'm believing plagues will leave. London's burning, I'm believing plagues will leave. Yeah. Have is now, and all we have today. So why are we staring past times at the wheel? Like a carousel we go around. Fear of falling, never moving, holding on too scared of losing. Fear of letting go, we might get crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Don't say you'll never change. The sun lives to shine another day. Take advantage of this pain you feel. The man is chipping for your own free will. London's burning, I'm believing place will leave. London's burning, I'm believing place will leave. There you go.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for that.
No problem at all.
So, for our listeners watching and listening, how can they find you? You're on social media, aren't you?
Yes, I am. So my Instagram is Samuel Jarrod Music. It's the same on Facebook.
Yep.
And yeah, that's the best way.
Amazing. And what have you got coming up?
So, okay, at the end of this month, on the 30th of October, I am doing something with Shire Sounds, and that is a 7 p.m. start, and it's Saturday the 30th of October, as I said, the Yards Market Street in Kettering.
Amazing. Sounds great. We'll try and come along. Thank you so much for joining us on Revolution Radio.
It's been a pleasure. It's been fun.
Brilliant. Amazing. And this will be saved on our Facebook page, so you can watch back, listen back, and of course on our website, revolutionradio.com.
Cool.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
See you later.